Welcome.
First and goal. Mahomes swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I don't want winners. I want people that want to win.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome into the show, the Play Call Sheet. We are definitely watching the Monday Night Football game live, so thank you for joining with us. I'm Dale. We got Meta Watt in the house. What's up, man?
What's going on? It's Monday, everybody, baby. Fresh start to the week, man. Let's get to it.
Let's go. The villain Jake in the house also. What's going on, Jake?
What's happening tonight, fellas? I'm ready to go.
Let's go, man. Let's do this. The playoffs are here. It's in effect. Man, how y'all been enjoying the weekend so far?
Weekend it's been up into the game last night. Man, I could have did something else with my Sunday, but I mean, in terms of the playoffs, it's here. Not Debbie Downing because my team's not in it, but in all the games and all weren't the best games. But last night's game kind of put everybody to rest. That that was a good one last night. So
yeah, it did end pretty well. I'll tell you, my guy Jaden telling y'all need to come to LSU. What y'all doing, kids?
JD for the president, man. After last night's performance, never back down from the moment. First playoff game. We've seen guys like RG3, in the Commanders Redskins uniform in his first playoff game. Not as successful as Jaden was last night, but he played great. Overplayed Baker Mayfield when it counted. Got his team to reel in as he counted and was able to get his team down the field doing 2-minute drill, which is fire. So
Mage. So yeah, we're gonna get into every one of these playoff games and give you some overreactions and everything as if this was our teams and everything. We're gonna do the damn thing for sure. So let's get into this playoff game that's going on right now. Monday Night Football, Wildcard Playoff Edition. We got the Rams versus the Vikings. The game is taking place in Arizona, the Cardinals Stadium, because of the fires out in LA. Right now, the Rams are up 7-0, and they have the ball near the 50-yard line.
Yeah, they're moving the ball so far. Matthew Stafford is starting to feel and look like he's about to obliterate Brian Flores tonight. And that was one of the main things in the start of the show, that Matthew Stafford, once he sees what you're calling, he's been in the league so long, he's going to be able to attack. He has the guys around the perimeter to do it. Moving the game from Los Angeles to Arizona, you would think that it's a downer for them, but so far so good for them on that side. The Vikings, though, can't lose this one. You can't lose this one. You would be the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFC if you do lose this one. And I'm not talking about the losing streak at all. I'm just talking about before the season started. Well, as the season was going and the Vikings were picking up steam, I only could think of the Pittsburgh Steelers team. I think that won like their first 11 games. And they were hot and poised for that. When you have a record like that, you instantly become contenders, instantly become a team that could possibly win the Super Bowl. But we know there's still some minor problems within that team. But shout out to them for continuing to play. It's early, man. I think that you gotta get your weapons you gotta get your weapons through in the game. Sam Darnold has to play mid football. You don't have to play the best football. I mean, maybe Matthew Stafford.
Look, the man been playing good all season. He's
been playing good. He's been playing good all season, but
yeah,
I've said this too. A lot of QBs who have been probably mistreated or misused, or we consider not good, I feel like in the modern NFL, there's a sparkle that comes out, rather it's for a season or two. And homie's getting that right now. Sam Darnold's getting the luxury of having a great season. So I'm gonna shout out to him. But we've seen the first six. You know,
Yeah.
So I mean 7 through 10 can be decent, yeah. But at the end of the day, is it the writing on the wall already? QBs in the league nowadays have that special, they get a special season for some reason, I feel. Just watching the last 3 to 5 years of football.
Yeah. Well, looking at the last game that they played against each other, the Rams won 30-20. Sam Darnold went 18 for 25, 240 and 2 touchdowns. Matthew Stafford went 25, 34, 279, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
And that's the thing right there. And that kind of, you see the 2 touchdowns from Darnold and you're like, you know, hey, that's a solid game. And like I said, he only has to play mid. Because if you want to go in a shootout with Matthew Stafford, you're more than likely not going to win that. Not with the guys you got on his side.
It seems like the defense got some things to work out there against the Rams.
To start off my piece over the game, I feel like I'd be remiss not to say prayers to everyone in LA. Hope you all are safe and recover quick from this, even though I know it's still going on. I hope you're all right.
Right. Absolutely.
But as we all know, and I know Will would agree with me on this, it's not about how good you were during the regular season. It's about who gets hot at the right time. Rams got healthy and got hot at the right time. The Vikings, they simmered down. You know, I like that record. It's a good record to have. You were almost first in your division. Started to simmer down towards the end. That's Sam Darnold, the midness. So you know what? Rams got healthy, and they caught fire at the end of the season. They're one of the hottest teams right now. They're a scary 5 seed. So, or a scary 7 seed. This is a 7 seed, right? No, 5th versus 4th. So yeah, no,
right.
They're a 4 seed. They got scary at a good time, which is how they won their division. So, would I be surprised if they won this game? Absolutely not.
You wouldn't be surprised.
And the way they're playing, they are very well on track to win this game because they are that good. They are a classic team that's got veterans on it that get riddled with injuries. But this year, or what happened last year, didn't happen this year. They came back. They're ready to play. Puka's a freak athlete. Cooper Kupp's there. Tutu Atwell, a bunch of guys. Kyron Williams is unbelievable. I mean, the defense is a brick wall out of nowhere again. This team's good, and I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up beating the Vikings because the Vikings, Sam Darnold's the quarterback. You got to remember that. I don't care how good of a season he had. I don't care where he is in the voting. He is a mid quarterback at best always, and I will stick to that. Anyone can fight me on it. He's got great weapons. He's got great weapons around him, making him look very, very good. But I'm not going to be surprised if they lose. But that's my piece on it.
No, he gets the respect this year. Absolutely. I just feel this was eventually going to happen with this team. And that's no disrespect to they played great this season. And they played great all season that they played in the toughest division in football, which the number 1 seed in one game divided you guys, and then you guys ended up being the 5th seed because of your 1 loss difference with the Lions. So we're not going to take this season and throw it in the trash for them. Great improvement from what we thought they would be, even without the rookie QB who didn't play a game. Sam entered in, and we kind of knew that Sam would be decent with them because of what they had. He over-exceeded that. I'm happy for him. He over-exceeded what he was supposed to do this year with the Vikings.
Well, yeah, I thought it was gonna be trash. So
yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing you got to do with weapons like that. You got to go in there and not make mistakes and throw picks and fumble the ball. That's all you got to do.
I had a different heart for Sam. This is the story with Sam and myself.
Okay.
That year of the draft when they was drafted, I thought Sam was the best QB out of all.
Okay.
I thought so, and he didn't live up to that. And for a moment, I kind of thought that it was the situation, the Jets, all that. I pretty much thought that, and everybody was like, he's trash. And then I had to get to the realms that he's probably not top 3 material. He could be decent at some point, and then we've seen, like I said, the last 5 years in football, we've seen guys just have a light. Rather than we've seen Baker. Baker's in a bad situation with Cleveland. he looks okay, but he looks mid. Goes to Tampa Bay, look like a top 10, top 12 quarterback in the league. But how long is that sustainable?
Not once did Baker look mid at Cleveland.
He looked mid in Cleveland. He looked mid.
No, he did not. He took them to the playoffs and got their first playoff win in 30 years. What do you mean he looked mid?
And
I'd like to know what you're. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you. Hold on. Please wait. I'm not arguing with this. I am not arguing with you on this. What made you think Darnold was the best quarterback in that draft? He averaged 2 picks a game at USC, and his very first play in the NFL was a pick 6.
I thought that no, that's my projection. That's my opinion. My opinion was I thought.
No, that's fine. That's your opinion. I just wanted to know what it was.
I thought he was the best.
For what reason, though? For what reason, though?
What reason? Because I watched games.
What deduction did you come down to?
I thought he did pretty decent in that time. The Pac-12, who had competition at that time, he did what he had to do. I felt that way. Absolutely. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. But we're talking about Baker too. Did Baker not have pieces when he won that playoff game? Offensively and defensively?
He had Nick Chubb.
He had Nick Chubb. He had Jarvis Landry. He had Odell Beckham. The last time Odell Beckham went crazy was that year that they won in the playoffs against Pittsburgh at the crib. At their crib, at Pittsburgh's crib.
I'd say he had Nick Chubb. He had Nick Chubb, a very young David Njoku, Jarvis Landry, washed Odell, and whatever that other guy's name was. I think his last name was Higgins.
Odell wasn't washed. At that point, Odell wasn't washed. It was before the daddy started getting into the argument. That's when Odell started to diminish. He had a solid team. Baker had a solid team over there in Cleveland.
He had a solid.
He lost his job for a reason.
Was him, Chubb, and a super young Njoku.
There was games where Baker would have 3-4 touchdowns, flawless. There'll be games where Baker was mid.
I'm saying Baker lost his job for a reason.
I like Baker.
No, he didn't.
Baker did not lose his job. Stefanski played him hurt his last. Stefanski
who did he lose his job to?
I never said that.
No, I'm saying who did he lose his job to, Dale?
He got fired. He got let go. What do you not mean? Who he lost his job to?
He didn't lose his job.
To literally a trash bag franchise that doesn't know how to treat their good players right. That's the problem.
Not to mention what they replaced him with. So he didn't really lose his job. They're just dumb.
Yeah, stupid as hell.
I mean,
he played that whole last season with the Browns with a partially torn labrum.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was getting to. Is that he played hurt his very last season because Stefanski wouldn't bench him.
And he was out there with Odell washed up basically already.
At that point, washed up.
And Fields washed up. But see, he ain't going to admit that because what are they? They're Tigers. So he don't want to hear that.
But this is way off the topic that we were. I just wanted to know what the whole point of the conversation. The whole point of the conversation, though, is that I wanted to know what made Took say that he thought Darnold was the best quarterback in that draft. To answer the question, we're good.
The same way you felt as with how Baker is better than Sam Darnold. You watched tape and you thought he was the better player.
Correct? The tape I saw on Darnold was 2 picks a game at USC. So I didn't think he was good at all.
Two picks at USC, bro. This QB that do 2 picks a game that are great QBs. So what we getting at here?
But no, Took, you're right. Hey, but no, Took,
who are we getting at here?
Took, no, hold on, time out. No, but no, you're absolutely right. Hey, listen, you're absolutely right. We're both entitled to our opinions on that, and I'm glad we had the other conversation.
I'm about to say, how many games does USC win?
But say, hey, Jake, this is what I'm trying to tell you. When you say stuff like 2 picks a game, that's no longer an opinion. You're stating what you think is a fact, and that's not true.
But it is almost. Basically 2 picks a game. You can
not,
go back and look at the average. It was like 1.8 a game during his time at USC.
We'll see.
What have I walked in on?
Oh no, you walked on nothing, man.
Welcome to the coach, to the show, Coach.
It was a conversation. You walked into a fun conversation.
I think it's pretty intense.
Okay, we were talking about Sam Darnold.
Bro, what are you talking about?
And then it morphed into Baker Mayfield wasn't a bust in Cleveland.
Under one a game. Under 1 pick a game, under. So not near 2, not almost 2, not even 1.
Mayfield wasn't a bust in Cleveland. He had a trash-ass organization around him.
Yeah.
All right.
But I believe that was the point that Jake was making, even though he was proving it with false information.
No, I said no. All I
No,
said
everything I said about Baker was right.
No, it wasn't. I just checked. Look, hey, I got you right here. I'll do it for you. So
all I said about Baker
apparently you can't even trust me.
No,
despite how often I'm right. So here I got you.
Will, I said everything I said about Baker was right. It's okay that you said your stuff about Darnold.
No.
Everything I said about Baker was right.
It was some mid games. In Cleveland, there was some mid games. Not to say there was no good games, but there were mid games too. That's what I said. That's all I said about Baker. I never diminished Baker. I never trashed Baker. I was the one who said when Baker got hurt with the labrum that he shouldn't have played it off for them because they were going to do him dirty, and they got him done dirty. So, and I said this on this podcast. On what?
Well, he's like that, but he's a dog. He plays through shit. He's like that. So
I said Darnold. All I said about Darnold was I said a lot of QBs in this league nowadays get a little sprinkle, get a little like flash of the pit type of thing, like flashback where they look good for maybe a year or three.
Like Gino.
But
like
that's different franchises and all that stuff. You know, so shout out to Sam Darnold. But then Jake went on to say that he sucks all the way.
Darnold will still play.
He's just another trash USC quarterback in my eyes.
Hey, take Baker over that?
I would.
I debated that for a grip. I mean, I like Baker because in the sense of I don't think Baker's so like dog. He's just gonna continue. He's like a Jameis Winston to me. He's gonna continue to sling the ball. He's gonna sling the ball.
Find the tier list that we made for the quarterbacks.
I don't save those.
I gotta go back and look that one up.
I don't save those.
What's going on, man? Listen here, man.
What's good, people? My entrance was just yelling, so I'm here.
All right.
I'm having problems.
Well, the Rams are up 10-0 over the Vikings right now. It's the end of the first quarter. So now that Coach has arrived, we might as well go ahead and talk about our league topic here.
Man, we don't talk about this stuff, man.
What? McCarthy out as coach for the Cowboys.
He left.
Go ahead, take it away.
Man, they try to make it seem like, I think, me personally, I think he left. I think they tried to lowball him on the contract. Probably even tried to tell him that, hey, we'll bring you back at this pay. Probably he didn't like the years of it. And they probably sprinkled in there, we need to bring in another offense coordinator. That's 3 red flags for him. And I don't blame him. And he probably felt some type of way how they handled the Bears thing last week. If he got any inclination that they really didn't want him back based on the offer that they gave him, then it probably pissed him off even more. If you didn't want me back, why did you decline the opportunity to interview last week? Jerry's a slime ball, man.
What? Hold on. But can I ask y'all this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What does he owe McCarthy?
What does he owe McCarthy?
What does he owe him?
He don't owe nothing.
Anything.
My thing is, I feel like some people are still kind of protective of this Coach McCarthy. But why?
No. Jerry don't owe him anything, and he don't owe Jerry anything. If Jerry tried to lowball him with some of the reports that came out, then he don't owe Jerry anything either.
I think he do owe Jerry. You owe him rings or wins because that's what you're there to do.
Really? We just had a whole conversation a whole season about the lack of talent he was provided. 12 wins, 12 wins.
Turn that water into wine, dog.
And then all of a sudden you get tight with the person and your drafts catch up with you. Now you're talking about a rebuild mode. I wouldn't want to stick around for that. And then Steven already has come out and said they're going to be even tighter with the purses this offseason. So who want to stick around for that?
Here's my thing. You got one of the, maybe not top 10, but maybe not top 5, but definitely top 10 receivers in the league. You got who you paid to be a top 10 quarterback in the league. The line needs work. It's been a struggle, but they've tried. You got one of the best pass rushers in the league. Best athletes, just period, on defense and Overshawn in the league. Mm-hmm. One of them. One of the best slot corners in the league. At what point is everyone else getting better? The coach's job.
I mean, yeah, that is the coach's
You gotta have
job.
talent in order to get it. You can
Right.
try to
I just
coach up
listed
all
a
you
bunch of
want.
talent. I listed the talent that some teams have never sniffed that much talent on one team.
And of those people you just named, how many of them were out this year for significant periods?
But that
How many of them in the playoffs right now?
Hey, look, injury get coaches fired, man. That's what happens.
Yeah, but
sucks.
they did a terrible job drafting.
Yeah.
Mozzie Smith,
I
he
agree.
might be a bust. Took the tight end from Michigan. Why we don't know.
He
Hey.
was a good player. I don't know why he's not being used well. Also,
My
coaching.
question is, why did they take so long to use Rico this year? Was that a coach's decision or was that a GM decision?
This is the problem. And most
Most of
franchises,
the
we can
time.
know the answer to that question, but here
Right.
we cannot.
Most of the time, the decisions come from up on high.
The man in the ivory tower, I know.
Yes.
Actually, in well-run organizations, who plays on Sundays
Collective.
comes from the head coach.
Oh, I agree. But that's not how it works in Dallas.
No, it's not. And that's why I agree with Troy Aikman said tonight. That is not a coveted job right now.
Oh, I agree with that. That's one of the real shit that's been said. I said that shit myself. I was like, you remember last week we were talking, I said, if you remove the star from the helmet, who wants the job?
Yeah, you did.
It's coveted in the fact that it's an NFL job. It's not
No.
coveted.
Nah, it's a
in
level
the
above
fact
that.
that-
The star is different, bro. Because if you succeed there, you're a god in Texas.
Yeah, I get that.
So it is a little different. The facility, you ever heard Randy Moss talk about the Minnesota facilities when he had to go back after he left the Patriots? Like, not every place is nice. It's gorgeous there. I've been there. Good looks, coach. Like, it's still a coveted job, but the problem is you're right there. Like, upstairs makes none of it downstairs worth it.
I want to sprinkle something else out there for y'all. I mentioned maybe last week or the week before last that it was some rumors that some sprinklings coming out that someone within the leadership core may not want him to come back. And I wonder, I think we're going to get our answer if Will McClay comes back.
I think it's the biggest that he can make.
Huh?
Who's Will McClay?
He's the de facto GM.
Okay.
Man, we done said his name so many times in the pod.
Yeah. And Will McClay, I trust. I guarantee he go to any other organization, he'll win the Super Bowl.
He's like, I don't watch football, I'm a Saints fan.
It had to happen, man. It had to happen.
You like it too?
I mean,
or is it the starting over or the unknown that bothers you?
it wasn't even unknown that bothered me because it was already around that, he possibly may be gone. Honestly, I like the way it played out where, there's no firing, it's none of that. Now they would have fired him, I would have been pissed off. They mutually went to the table, sat as men. Jerry threw whatever he threw down. McCarthy said no. McCarthy said, "Hey, I don't got much time left on my coach watch as a head coach. I'm gonna go try to see if I can go get go coach another team."
So let me ask you
now what Will's saying, he doesn't owe him nothing.
Tie game.
McCarthy in the situation now, he goes to a new team, either the Bears, Saints, whatever are the 5 teams that need head coaching positions filled. We seen him the up, but then with Mike McCarthy, it's just a straight edge, just like this. It's high at first. We seen the progression, then it just goes like this. At some point, you got to get rid of him. Now, whoever the new coach is, hopefully you don't start going down forward first.
But it's almost guaranteed to have some problems first, unless.
But I'm gonna be real. It's kind of
like one of these hard balls or something like that. I got a question though. So, do you feel McCarthy deserved to be fired?
No. They did exactly what. Oh, it's coach. Sorry.
Oh.
Are you asking me that?
The
Yeah, coach. You
Vikings
feel like he
just
deserved to be
got a
fired.
sack fumble recovery for a
That's why-
touchdown.
Who is
So I
that?
went nuts.
The Vikings.
So do I think he deserves to be fired?
Yeah.
Um,
Or how about that? Would you guys have fired him?
I would have.
Jared.
And here's the reason why. I would have based on obviously you bottom there to get you over the edge, which he did not. You also, for me, just the lack of discipline at key times, the penalties, the clock management, the things like that. You know, the decisions that, you know, the in-game decisions. I had a lot of question marks about that.
All right.
They better not call this a throw.
Now,
Okay.
if he had the same results and he had gotten a significant amount of talent, then you definitely feel like he deserved to be fired.
Say again?
If he had gotten a little more talent and still had the same result, then you definitely feel he deserved to be fired.
Oh,
Right?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So why does Tomlin still have a job?
Because that's the Roonies.
Hey, hold on. We'll get to him. We'll get to him later. All right, hold on. All right, we'll get to that. We'll get to him later. Let's go to our next thing here. Coach fired. Now a coach has been hired. Mike Vrabel hired as the New England Patriots head coach. We'll take it away.
Look, man, we had a terrible season with a guy from in-house who was a linebacker, great linebacker, and it just didn't work out. So we decided to go out
Find another linebacker
and get another linebacker. That was our plan. That's our big fucking plan. I will say this. His time with the Texans, he did some things with, I'll say, no talent at quarterback. And I think he has one now. And he's going to have to get some receivers for sure. But look, I like the move, but I'll say this.
free booty.
I'm going to have a lot of questions if this team only wins like 1 or 2, 3 more games next year. Then he got to go too. Because if spade is spade, he got to go too, right? We on a 1-year plan. You get 1 year to prove it. Here is what I just learned this year.
That's right.
You get 1 year to prove it. You
That's
get
right.
1 year to prove it.
One.
That's what we learned. That's what we learned. So,
Did you say spade is spade, pun intended?
Hey, this man will be in New England if they don't turn around, he'll be there for 3 years.
Mm-hmm. We know
he won't be there for a year. We know what kind of card game we're playing, late night poker.
You know it.
Let's come to the table and talk about it. Let's come talk about it. Shout out to Mike Vrabel, because like I said, he's more experienced at the coaching helm. He's coached the team before. So I'm not mad at the Patriots that they got rid of the inexperienced guy and then went to go get a more experienced guy.
Funny thing about experience is the only one way to get it.
Only way to get it is to be in the Warrior. So my whole thing about the Patriots is they did all that. They did all that for Mayo to do all that, and I just felt like they were waiting for him. They were waiting for him, and I don't think Mayo got the picture of that. I feel like they was waiting for him to finish sipping his lemonade, and once he finished sipping the lemonade, hey,
Here's my thing. If he had went out and won 8 games this year, he'd still be the coach here. But he didn't. Now, it was a hard thing to do. It was almost an impossible task because the team isn't good. But I do feel like had he won a few more games, I think he might have, and this is going to be funny for Tuke, judging how it played out, he might have stayed with Jacoby too long. I didn't want to see May at all this year. Y'all know it. I said that. Should have been intentional. Oh, I didn't see it.
They called back the fumble. They said it was a throw. Okay, if that was a throw, it was a weak ass throw, and it should have been a flag. They screwed Minnesota on that.
Oh, he's a Vikings fan suddenly.
I hate bad officiating. Okay, I hate it.
Yeah, he said so. Vrabel was proven to be a solid head coach already. A lot of Giants fans were begging for him to replace Dable. Giants fans aren't
solid. He got fired, man.
So many muff punts this year. Yeah. I don't know. I'm happy that I think it's a step in the right direction. But I wouldn't have hired Vrabel because I don't think that's the right coach for May. The same way I didn't think Mayo was the right coach for May. That's got to be what everything's about.
He's gonna kill May like he did Malik Willis.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna get him killed.
So I'm gonna ask this. I'm gonna ask this reverse question because it was asked about it was said about the Cowboys. Do you guys' talks that if you take the star away from us, it's nothing. Like this job to you guys' case is like, who the fuck wants this job?
So here's the thing. Kraft is we learned that Kraft is headed towards Jerry Joe, like Jerry, but he's not as bad as Jerry. He still lets guys make decisions for the most part. He didn't let Bill make the Brady decision, but every other decision he let him make for the most part. So like, I don't think it's quite the same. I also don't think we don't play in a nightclub. In fact, it's horrible.
It's cold.
No one.
It's cold. It was nice outside.
It's the opposite of a nightclub.
It might be the nightclub. If May would have lost the last game and still have the number one pick, would he still have gone fired? Yeah, he would have gone. He would have got fired regardless. This man would have got fired regardless.
I think if he gets the first. No, I think he knew. I think he knew he wasn't getting that first. He was getting fired, and I think he tried to win that fucking game.
Yeah, he got fired before the game.
Yeah, he got fired before, right?
Yeah.
So
Can I add two things to that real fast?
All right.
I think they won for him.
So one, it's just a conspiracy theory. I think he and boys were playing a little coy with one another behind the scenes, and then he realization that the New England job was the better job for him. Because when did they hire him? Yesterday?
Yep.
I believe so, yes.
And then all of a sudden the Cowboys went from no talks to we're not going to stay together within 24 hours.
So
I think they were at the Vrabel. But Jerry probably tried to come in and lowball him. How much he's getting paid at New England, but Jerry's known to try to coaches. And the second thing is, I heard a quote from him today, which kind of reminded me of May over again when he came in and he's like, these players are going to have to earn the NFL players. That's cool. Say that within your life. You don't need to say that publicly.
Yeah.
Don't campaign to the people that it doesn't matter to.
Right. Who has more pressure, Kraft or Jerry Jones? Neither.
Who has more pressure, Kraft?
Neither.
Oh, Jerry.
Pressure from who?
I mean, from
neither one of them.
From yourself. From yourself wanting to win. It's Jerry. It's not close.
But they go.
Yeah, Jerry ain't won. He ain't won anything in 29 years.
The fans gonna turn against him? No.
Oh, no. Listening locally and talking to people locally. He's support, man. He's finally losing support.
I believe when I see it.
Now, here's the thing, guys. The last time it happened like this was when he ended up buying the team. It just they're so loyal to a fault, but once they cross that threshold, they don't come back. It's in my family and friends, lifelong Cowboy fans at one point in time. The team, they no longer cheer for the Cowboys.
Rooting for the Texans.
Now, most of them became Steelers and Packs and Packers.
Y'all front running?
No, they got a lot of history.
Yeah, those are casual.
Teams played each other a lot back in the days.
That's casual. You can just change your allegiance like that as a casual fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Does he though? He made all of the money. He is almost entirely made of money. Seems wild.
Okay, well, I guess most of the people here agree then. All right, well, let's get to our next topic here, and that is revisiting the games. All right, the Texans beat the Chargers 32-12 here. Listen, the best overreaction I got was from our very own Antonio Brown.
Cracker of the day. Breaking Chargers wide receiver Lad McCarthy, 197 receiving yards are the most ever by a rookie in a playoff. He said cracker of the day. That is wild. Yeah, AB has like ran away from the public eye and like hid apparently because he doesn't want to be loved ever again. He refuses.
Yeah, no F's given, man.
So
But you
give
know what
me
the
some thoughts
crazy
on the game there, man.
You know what the crazy thing is about it in this world?
that?
And it sucks. I'm gonna say this, but it's true. People like that shit. He has a base of people that like that. So if he, and it's
we all just laugh. We all just laugh.
We enjoy it. We laugh at it. There's people that's like, yo, hitting them up in the DMs like, yo, post some more of that shit. We can't do it. You an athlete, you a celeb of some sort. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your stance is that there's racists picked off. Yeah, he's terrible.
Well, for real? Hey, is he not the cracker of the week?
Yes. 100%.
Hey, he had a hell of a game. I'm sorry
that lad's a problem.
Like that for shit.
No, interception. Oof.
But to the overreaction of this one, man, it's over the top on the Chargers side. I thought the Chargers would win this game.
Yeah, I did too.
Texas came out and said we got the playoff juice. You know, we pulled the rope-a-dope. Maybe we'll find out on Sunday if they pulled the rope-a-dope. But
yeah,
the Chargers just look bad, man. It looked flat. Last time you was in the playoffs, you lost the lead.
Yeah.
In this game, you had a 6-0 lead.
Yeah.
You went for a field goal on one. You went on a field goal on one try, and I felt like you should have went for it. Maybe
it clearly didn't matter. Look at the score.
Yeah.
Anything to me
in terms of momentum. In terms of momentum.
What ended the game, though, it was already a blowout. Mm-hmm. Was the fucking kicker, man? What the hell was he thinking?
Oh, he's an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot.
He clearly had a catch. He could have caught the ball.
He was viewing it. For some reason, the guy who's never used his hands in football ever decided that that him kicking the ball was the same as a throw. Because on a pass, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. When a pass gets batted to you and quarterbacks catch it, that's dumb. Unless you're fucking Mariota who scored. Okay. But you're supposed to when it comes back to you, you're supposed to bat it down. But guess what? Bro's not a fucking quarterback. He's a kicker. So I understand why he didn't understand the rules of the game, which means he needs to be off the team next week. Because you don't know the football rules. You gotta go. But also, while we bury the lead here, look, I know what y'all want to talk about. Herbert threw 4 picks. You can't do that. He's on the clock. For me now, he's officially on the clock with yo, look, you're great and all, you're breaking records, but you got to do shit in the playoffs, man. We held Lamar to this standard. You got to do something in the playoffs, bro. You let a team beat you who now is awful, and now we know they're awful, and they threw 4 picks in the first half of that game, and you let them win that game last time you were in the playoffs. Now you're here. The opposing quarterback doesn't throw 4 picks. You do.
Yeah, I gotta give Stroud some props, man, because I was talking about his performance pretty much through the whole season.
He didn't play great either, honestly.
No, he didn't. Listen,
282 yards, 1 touchdown, one interception. It's not a bad game.
A lot of that is like garbage. They were already up.
Shot his team in the foot. The Texans defense said, Stroud, we got you. You making mistakes early, we gonna help you out. And CJ stopped and limited the mistakes. But if you look at the stats, the 4 picks is the difference. But they kind of had the same type of game.
Two of those picks are receiver's fault. The guy catch the ball. One of them was literally gifted, and the other one was a pass that was high, but also you got to catch. You got 2 hands on the ball, catch the ball. That's the rule. If you can touch it, you can catch it. So catch it.
Absolutely. You're a professional.
One
So
has
yeah, so right. So two of those picks are off receivers' hands, and one of them he's like pressing at the end when they're getting fucking.
Yeah.
And you gotta realize too that defensive line of the Chargers, is pretty in terms of age, mid or
it's a little old. They got Bosa, they got Mac out there, but Mac's a little old. He still balls.
He retired.
Always hurt.
He said he's about to retire. He said that might have been his last game in the NFL.
I think so. Yeah. I think so. We've been out there a while, man. So
yeah, pack it up, man. Your number on the roster
got busy, this game was the Joe Mixon game. He came to hoop. He's like,
yes, exactly.
That's what he does.
Yeah, you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Joe Mixon was the big difference here because the Chargers couldn't run the ball at all. And
you got two players that got a total of 1 MCL.
Yeah,
that's the other that part. And then the other part is like, if your best back on the team by far is a 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", 195 pound like scat back who's been injured almost his whole career, that's not really. They don't have a running game, so
yeah,
they got to figure that out.
Yeah,
they got to figure out something with the line.
They've got to get a different running back. I think they could still sign Dobbins. I probably will sign him again.
He should be a third down back. He should never have started. I don't understand this. You gonna start a guy who never stayed healthy in a single year in his career?
No, it was just the fact that he was the most talented back on the team. Like, who you gonna start? Gus Edwards?
You're about to say he gonna stop J.K. Dobbins number 2?
The midget for Dallas. What's his name? The little guy.
Deuce.
I'm sure he's as talented as anyone as a running back. He ain't on the field. He's not a starting back.
Austin Eckler is pretty small too. He balls.
No, Austin Eckler is a muscle walking. He's 5'8", 5'9", but he's just one muscle.
Yeah.
All his shirts ripped.
The way this season played, I want to shout out Jake because it's not how you play in the regular season. It's how you play in this one playoff game. The Chargers played exceeded this year. The Texans were underachieving.
They were ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
For sure.
So shout out to the Chargers. I mean, but like Will said, Herbert, you on the clock, bro. You gotta win. You gotta win.
Hey, he's been protected by whack. Before this, I could blame his coaches. I could blame the roster at certain times. I could blame the defense. At this point, I can still call out some of those things, but you got to bring some of it to him. Like, you got to 4 picks, no matter how it goes, you got to do something better. It ain't working that way.
Money last year on the wide receiver, correct?
They basically drafted a receiver high back-to-back years. One of them isn't really good, but I think Herbert's making them look a little better in Quentin Johnson. And then Ladd is a fucking problem, obviously.
I think the Chargers got to be in free agency. They got to look at one of the 5 receivers that may be on
the ones that we would talk about.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. I was gonna say, here's the problem. T. Higgins, fucking perfect for him. Perfect for that team, for how they play and everything. But I just think it's gonna cost too much. You got other problems on the team.
Well, the one I'm hearing about T. Higgins is
he's gonna stay.
They're trying to figure out how to all stay together in Cincinnati.
T loves being there, bro.
That's look, that remains to be seen.
That can change at any moment, right?
Right. But just because, listen, T. Higgins did get his payday. This franchise tag was a big payday. Joe Burrow got his money. And now, Chase gonna want some money, right?
Oh, so Chase don't get no. Chase will be paid first this offseason. He has to be.
I'm gonna be real with you. For Cincinnati's pockets, and the way they want to do things, I am letting T. Higgins go to the first team that's smoking to give him some money. I'm not keeping it.
Look, if he wants to stay and he said he doesn't want, it's okay not taking number 1 money. No, you keep him. That's crazy. So number 1.
Yeah,
he
number
got
1 talent.
Here's
the thing. What was the last great team that Cincinnati had? Like it was pretty good. Carson Palmer and 2 wide receivers.
Yeah.
That's their system. That's how they use it. That's how they do it.
What was that?
That was
Green and
that was
TJ.
Ocho and Husmanzada. Ocho. No. Oh, they did it. That's my point. They always do this. Like, they always have 2 guys in Cincinnati. So I think they're gonna try their hardest to keep him. Yeah, TJ Houshmandzadeh, Ocho, AJ Green. Was it Boyd at first? Or no, it was somebody else who was nice there. I forget who it was, but Boyd he ended up coming at the end. They had the dude who flipped over the guy. He was balling. Oh, Henry. Well, no, Henry was back.
Yeah.
Anyway, if the Chargers can get Herbert another legit target at wide receiver or tight end and get his O-line up to par, they'll win a playoff game next year. I can see that, but that's a lot. Like you just listed off basically an entire offense is what you just said.
Right.
Like if they could get another receiver, fix an entire offensive line aside from Joe Alt, get a running back. Like, all right, you mean retool the entire offense? Yeah, that's a tough task. And then also keep their defense legit with Matt probably retiring. That's a lot to do. But I will say, Harbaugh, I said,
Bosa's long in the tooth as well.
Who?
Bosa's long in the tooth as well.
Yeah, he's long in the tooth in terms of injury, for sure. He's been hurt a couple times. But I think he's only like 28, though. He should be in the prime of his life. Prime of his career. But you're right.
All right, well, let's move to the next game. The Buffalo Bills took care of the Denver Broncos 31-7. I guess
Josh Allen is the MVP.
Easily.
Okay. Josh Allen.
That dude put that team on his back, and he did like a different quarterback yesterday.
Yeah.
He need one of them Watson massages after that game.
my man Josh Kobe Allen, dog. Going to work on a Sunday, dog. Playoff time. The guys on you. You know, hey, Stephen Diggs ain't no Shaq, but Shaq gone. Even though y'all went,
I'm not gonna lie. I like your Kobe comparison because you're just thinking of 06 Kobe when he was all alone. I remember that.
I was just thinking like this man got a different mentality. I don't know if that's.
But he's really brawn on the Cavs the first time is what he is. Just can do fucking everything, does do everything, but also plays so well that you're never going to be able to pick high to get players around him. So you're going to have to build them. You're going to have to build them.
Collapsing at the end of the game, LeBron, yeah.
This young man in this environment, that
don't look like a collapse right there. Look like 30. Only thing he collapsed was fucking his helmet to put it away because the game was over at like the third.
Super Bowl, hey. If Buffalo can have every home game, every playoff game at the crib, that would be the worst place to play a playoff game.
They got the best fans, bro.
It was a terrible situation for Bo Nix and them to land the draw of going to Buffalo to play Buffalo. Again, great season from them. We know the up is there. We've seen a lot of great things happen this year with the Broncos. A lot of great things that they can implement into their team to make their team much better. That AFC West, like we talk about that AFC North, has the potential. We won't say the Raiders to be like a great ass division. You know, so
we got more coming on the Raiders. I assume we got more coming on the Raiders.
We got more. Buffalo just zero them yesterday. Josh,
but I will say this: Broncos were just like the Chargers. They were ahead of schedule. They're supposed to lose. They weren't even supposed to be here. So, shout out to the Broncos for playing well.
Josh Allen is the coach.
Bills Mafia is the best fan base. Yo, Philly fans love their team so much they throw batteries at Santa. The Bills love their team so much they throw themselves through tables. That you can't compete with that.
They wrestle down there. They wrestle in Buffalo.
Every fucking tailgate is a TLC match. It's crazy.
Yes.
The Allen's coming. You know, like they say, the butcher's coming. The Allen's coming.
I'm just waiting to hear Jeff Hardy's music and just see him on top of a fucking Winnebago like this, doing a swanton bomb. Like
it literally is. Okay, well, my overreaction for this game is.
Oh, we know you throw that shot at.
Freaking hate you, Sean Payton. I hope you never win a playoff game. How about that?
The hate is real.
STWF.
You sound like a bitter baby mama.
Yeah, he does. Because he is. Look.
So,
that was fucking sharp.
We're gonna put a play call sheet ticker somewhere. Who wins the playoff game first, Saints or Sean Payton? I think we know.
Hey, I'll one up you on that, Will. It's going to be the Patriots.
Before both of them, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I think the Broncos are in a better spot than us right now.
All right. Now we get to this
They're kind of the
game.
same team.
The Ravens versus the Steelers. The Steelers lose another playoff game. The Ravens take care of them 28-14. I've been hearing nothing but fire Mike Tomlin messages like on Twitter and everything like that. All the Steeler fans want to fire Mike Tomlin, and I say, please fire Mike Tomlin and bring him to New Orleans. I love Mike
no
Tomlin.
trade clause. If he waives that no trade clause. Ravens shot. Hey,
No trade clause. He get fired.
Hey,
trade.
They
Picking the joke for scoring on dudes. Give him the goddamn ball. He's open.
You trend. You trend. The real MVP, Ashton Jackson. No, he's not the MVP, and I'll tell you why he's not the MVP. When you got the guy behind him going for the most yards for a guy 30 plus in a playoff game, he's not the MVP. We see the Saturday why Lamar Jackson is not the MVP this year in the league, and why Josh Allen is the MVP of the league this year. We seen it Saturday into Sunday, and that's no disrespect to Lamar.
I'm about to be very uncharacteristic. Josh Allen's great. He's had a good season. He's looked great. But if you look at Lamar's stats, more passing yards, more proficient, more on time. Hey, Lamar's the MVP in my eyes.
That's not what wins the MVP in sports. I'm going to let y'all know this right now. That's not what wins the MVP in sports. We noted earlier this season that the games in which Josh Allen played in, if you watch
telling me Lamar didn't win this year?
They went
No. Lamar got more talent.
The only
that's the real reason, yeah.
It's games to games. And honestly, Josh Allen was in a lot of games where the games were close and he was able to turn it around and turn it out for them to win. That's MVP numbers right there. What Lamar was doing was he won. The Ravens won early. They were doing their thing. Then they went on a little slide. You seen that little slide they went through? And then they lost. I think they lost to Pittsburgh. They lost to Pittsburgh.
$P.
I feel like Josh Allen has more like MVP worthy games this season than Lamar, and that's what
$P. When you're comparing guys like this, though, you got to make the same statement for both guys. If you take Josh Allen off the Bills, they might pick first. So, yeah, I mean, both teams get bad. You take the quarterback off, but like,
no, no. Honestly, I think. Nah, I still think the Ravens defense would help them out a little bit, even though they give up chunk plays.
This is the only thing. This is the thing that we want for Lamar.
Who just farted?
This is the thing we want for Lamar. We want Lamar, a.k.a. this Sunday, in a game that's pivotal, a game that's meaningful, to go through your progressions, make great passes, have great passing stats, have good running stats along with that. Have an overall great game, Lamar. That's what we need out of you. We don't care about the MVPs if you're Lamar Jackson.
I don't care about any of that shit. Win the game.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Well, no, wait. That's so contradicting because we bitched at Lamar for years about stop running the ball, and now that he stopped and he's got crazy ass passing yards, now you're saying you want him to run? Get out of here.
No. No one said that. You're conflating two different arguments, Jake.
Yeah, I said play your game, but we doubt Lamar in the playoffs for the passing ability. Correct?
A sack fumble. Rams.
He wanted to see him pass better. He already had
scored a touchdown off the fumble. Jared Verse. It is 16-3 Rams.
16-3 Rams is over.
Jared Verse, rookie of the year right there. Defensive rookie of the year.
Hey, and we noted that we talk about the defenses, and this man right here is why he was the defensive player of the year, and then all Minnesota's guys are looking at him like, damn, we want to be like Verse. We won't be like Jared Verse right now, man. Nah, but we all want Lamar. We all want Lamar to just have a game where it's just like, you're going to get blamed regardless if you lose, but we need a real winding game out.
I want to talk about the Henry thing, too. The guy's amazing. I love what he's doing. He's great. But let's be very clear. The season he had this year is because he didn't really see 8 men in the box like he usually does. Like, part of the brilliance of Henry this year was not only was there not 8 men in the box, that weak side linebacker has to wait. He cannot be involved in the play because if he's involved in the play, Lamar's going for 80 off the back end. So, yes, he had Henry, but also Henry had Lamar. Let's be clear.
Yes, and guess what? Guess what we
And
don't
Cook,
get in the
and Cook
NFL.
is balling also, by the way.
Boy, thank God this is a team sport.
I don't think Lamar ran for 1,000 yards this year, but with those two guys back there, it's like you have 2,000-yard rushers.
You do. You at any
you don't
given
get
moment
that
you
in
have
the NFL
2,000-yard backs. Yes.
You don't get that in the NFL no more, especially and you don't hold on and no 8 in the box. Hold on, you gotta remember my QB can run the ball too, so it's slicing down.
But that's kind of the point. Even if you sneak the 8th man up in the box, it's still only 7 men because that linebacker on the other end has to wait. He cannot be involved. He's got to make sure to keep contained on Lamar, or they're gonna score. That's it.
Yeah, Josh Allen is the MVP,
and that's what we said when they picked him up. We were like, that's not fair. When they picked up Henry, we were like, what? Why did the league allow this? Because that's a perfect teammate for what he does. But yo, Lamar's proficiency this year has been unreal. He's been going through his progressions. He's been doing all the things that we've always asked him to do. And his mama yelled at him, told him to run more, and he did that too. The motherfucker's done everything he's been asked from everyone except advance further in the playoffs. So he could go out this Sunday and throw 8 interceptions. If they win that game, I'm good. He just got to keep advancing now. He has to win these games. That's all.
Wait, they're actually letting people watch the game in the stadium?
Yeah.
I don't understand what this means.
I'm talking about the Rams stadium.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, plenty of teams do that.
I understand where you're coming from. The Hawthorne.
Bro, they moved the game from the stadium.
I think they don't
because of that situation. Yeah, plenty of people do that. Not every state is on fire, so you're right. I'm sure they had a sign of release, or it was like come at your own risk or some type of thing. Because that's crazy. But I love that the stadium was like, look, we can't miss out on this money, man. If you want to come down here,
it's like everything's going back into play. Everything's going back to like yesterday. USC played at the crib. They're resuming the Lakers and the Clippers to play again. So in terms of the games, it took a game or two off for each sport, but they back.
Shit is still burning though.
That money, they got to keep that money flowing.
Shit is still burning out there though.
Yes, it's still burning, definitely. It's crazy out there, man. Praise and all, man. As Jake said earlier in the show, man, I'm getting praise.
Yo, Pete Dollar, I feel so bad how far back into the bag you had to reach for this. Like, has it been that long since you had a duo of such?
I can't argue this one no more because I forgot the situation.
I can't even really come back at him. I was going to be like, yo, Alfred was overrated. And then I'm like, well, you know what? Yeah, it probably was because you know what? I don't remember this team. I got to move on. It's too far.
Yeah, I know, but they were showing, looked like they were showing people at the Rams stadium. It looked like
no, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. They're gonna be.
They tuned in live at SoFi, and they was in there. They do that all the time, but like not when the state's on fire. So I understand what you were saying.
Right.
Listen here. They were They were terrorists in Massachusetts during that Boston Marathon thing, and people were still outside. Like this type of stuff don't scare people away from being outside.
But that's not air quality. Like the death.
No, I understand the air quality and stuff, but
this just comes from nature.
There's probably people that's been they go through that like so much, not in the craziness of what is going through right now, but you know,
kind of once a year. No bullshit. They kind of just do this.
The show must go on.
The way there's a tornado season in the Oklahoma area, there's a fire season in Cali.
And best believe you, Dale, if the NFL didn't make the rule to move the game, if it was up to the people of LA, they would have had that game at SoFi.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
And kind of, but Brian Robinson sucks. So I keep trying to tell people this.
My man Brian got popped.
Y'all want him to be so good because he 50 said he got shot, but guess what? He's just not that good. He's not. He got popped. I want him to succeed because he got popped. Yeah, I mean, I love seeing the brother bounce back. That's why we love 50. But like, yeah, I don't know.
But the real thing of this game.
All right, next game, the Eagles beat the Packers 22-10.
Take it away, Jake.
Wait, what?
Because he got a whole thing about this game.
I don't have a whole thing about this game, but I got 4 words for it. Jordan Love his ass.
Okay. All right.
He's a slinger. Also, his line was awful. His line was awful.
That's my overreaction.
Yeah, and it is an overreaction as long as we know that. His line was awful. They were in his face the whole game. He was getting hit up. But yeah, you still got to play better than that. Also, he played a really good team. We can't act like Philly's not good. They've been good all year.
But Josh Jacobs also got a touchdown with that line.
Yeah, run blocking versus pass blocking are two extremely different things.
And you got to remember, look at how
same
it happened.
line, same difference.
You got to remember how it happened. Josh Jacobs, he made it possible for himself to
You
score
heard it
that.
wrong.
He had adrenaline.
I probably did.
You seen that, man? Hey, like Will said, Eagles better team. Better team. They came in, punched them in the face early, and
They were down a receiver that I don't think is good, but
right. And
Green
Bay couldn't handle it, man.
Then another one got injured because Wicks got hurt. So like they were down to just Dobbs.
No, Dobbs got hurt.
No,
right?
Dobbs got hurt. Dobbs got hurt. He got knocked
Wicks
out.
also got hurt. So everybody was dying in the receiver room.
Yeah,
They didn't have much juice, man. And cheese was cold over in Philly.
Nope, the cream cheese won, man. That's what it was. The cream cheese.
You say cream cheese won? Is that like they're playing? Like
the cheese thing?
You seen the fans with the cheese heads on. There were Eagle fans with a Philadelphia cream cheese thing on.
That I'm proud of them.
Yeah.
I'm proud of Philly fans finding a way to be that clever because they're not bright folks.
That's right, man.
Inbreeding.
Won.
Don't do that.
That's
a multicultural place. It's a melting pot. If that means everybody's involved in that mission, you can't.
Jordan Love will continue to grow.
And a lack of dental plans.
You said what?
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny about that? Their accent is considered to be that Philly accent is considered to be the British accent, but slowed down a bit. It's crazy. Partly,
I can see that
because like there was a settlement there, and some of them went to Philly, and some of them went down south, and that's why there's like a weird accent down that whole thing. But yeah, it's funny that you said they got bad teeth, though. That's why I connected that.
And I don't think Jordan Love is ass. I just think he's just not at a spot where some people really want to put him.
Your team is the New York Giants, Mike. Do you think you don't have criminals on that team? Come on now.
They hired a girl for OnlyFans to distract the great players.
They got OnlyFans fans out there just fucking with the puppies out. Just
my man Dallas Goedert to play the game. Well, no, I don't know. There was so many plays the game. Shout out to the late interception late in the game where the guy the quarterback tried to give Dijon the Triple H pedigree, and I know he watches wrestling, so you know in the hood where I might come to you and try to give you the stunner. And you might play, hell no, you ain't doing that to
Reversal.
me.
Reversal.
You ain't do that to me on TV. Shout out to that. That was a funny moment. Dallas Goedert, stiff arming his way into the end zone. That was fire. Eagles
He's always a forgotten part of their offense to me. Dallas Goedert.
He been hurt.
Yeah.
That's because been in and out with injury.
Yeah.
Don't let these guys talk to you about Goddard. He doesn't. He takes a dive. He doesn't play football. I don't know what they say. He doesn't like being tackled. Is that what it is, Coach?
Nah, that's Dalton Schultz.
Oh, that's Schultz. You got it. You're right. I forgot. It's not Goddard.
Dalton Schultz is in the playoffs still.
Was Goddard on your team at one point though?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, how many times did y'all let go? Jesus.
We keep our titles pretty long.
Fun little moment. Did y'all see? I know it's not this game, but did y'all see King Henry beat the shit out of his teammate? That's fucked up.
No, I did not.
He got isolated on one of them long runs with Minka Fitzpatrick, and he stiff on him like
the zip bomb, yes.
Oh yeah, he just
bang. It's bad,
yes.
bro.
Yeah.
Yo, after the game, I gotta go holler at bro. Like, yo, we supposed to be fam, bro. It's roll tide first. Why you doing me like that? You only needed one stiff arm. You ain't got stiff on me 4 times, yo.
And another cut. And another cut.
And another cut.
Like the seatbelt.
Seeing them trying to buckle up. Yeah, Tay-Rock, shout out.
He was getting them. So, there's a lot of nastiness. Woo!
That's funny you thought of that bar, too. That's exactly what I was thinking of, too. That's funny. And another cut.
All right, and last night, Sunday night football.
Man, it was fine.
Washington Commanders beat the Tampa Bay Bucks 23-20 with a walk-off doink field goal to win the game there. Listen, love seeing JD5 out there slinging that thing, doing this thing. I did find it hilarious when he was bleeding on the face.
Mhm.
They put the camera all in his face
Oh,
and
yeah.
talked about it.
They act like it was Kurt Schilling's bloody sock. It was wild. They zoomed in from every angle you could see it. You know what it was, though? I think they were looking for him to show some kind of emotion. Robot every time. You're not getting nothing out of this kid. I love it. I love watching JD5, man. He's fun to watch.
I think the funniest part
Broken
about
niggas too.
I think the funniest part about last night was Will's reaction because it caught me off guard. I was like, at the end of the game, the kick was made by the Doink. I texted Will. I was like, Lil Doink never hurt nobody. He was like, ask Cody Parkey. I was like, you know what? You right.
he said a little Doink never hurt nobody. I was like,
that kick right there.
Unless your name's Cody
That
Parkey.
kick right there for that young man and Zane Gonzalez. He has a long resume and he did a lot of things. Maybe he's like
the trauma he was going through.
Trauma, yeah.
Pre-kick. The trauma, he made me nervous at home.
He was nervous as hell.
Yeah, dude, he wouldn't stop.
Don't care about either of these teams. He was like, he was just adjusting, and then he put the helmet on, took it off, adjusted. I don't know what was going on with bro.
Oh, you hold on. I can tell you exactly what's going on here. He knows the Commanders' history in the recent time frame. He knows the history. If he would have missed that field goal last night,
you thinking of the DC sniper? Is that what you saying?
The DC sniper man came. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that it was doinked in for them to win at the buzzer. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers become the only team this weekend to win their division and not win a playoff game. Dale, happy, you smiling. We once could prove that the NFC South is the worst division in football.
I don't care. I don't care.
Why are you happy? It just means you're at the bottom of the worst division in football.
I don't care. Like, I don't want the Bucs to have happiness. Why would I cheer for my division rival?
Hey, look,
I want them to lose every game.
I feel that way about the Dolphins, but I don't really care if the Bills do good.
But yeah, man, he outplayed the guy on the other side, Jaden Daniels did. He outplayed Baker Mayfield. A guy that we are highly on this show, and
ball, though.
he to do that, in the game of that magnitude over there. And when we seen Tampa win a wild card game last year, shocked the world and beat the Eagles.
Evans got his daddy card back.
He definitely got his daddy card back. Lattimore.
He should on Lattimore.
I am not going to sit there and defend that guy, so it don't matter to me.
That's your man's.
The Rams just scored another touchdown with 15 seconds left in the first half. It is 23-3. The Rams are whipping ass.
You know what I
shot, not me.
Earlier. You know I said earlier.
Told y'all we see who Darnold really was.
I told my mans earlier that
he got sacked 6 times in the first half. You don't watch football.
This is Sam Darnold's money game right here.
Nah, he's still getting
money
paid.
coming from
No. He's gonna get paid, but I think the money, the little stretch of money may have been carved off. But it's not his fault. Yeah. He exceeded everything he needed to do this season.
He come back and win this game. He gonna be the top 5 highest paid next year.
Oh yeah, for sure. He come back.
And hold on, should Tuquan put a flat, little light fee on the Vikings coming back in this game, guys? Or should I say how?
Do it.
Yeah, throw $1 on it.
Let's see what it is.
$10.
Let's see.
Oh, that's
throw $10 out your window. You've done worse.
Now you got me wanting to check DraftKings.
Yeah, we all out here, right? Where's my FanDuel at?
So right now, it's halftime, and the Vikings to win this game plus 1,100 right now.
That's it. It should be like plus 2,000.
That's what I'm saying. There's a chance that maybe something can happen, man. But shit,
$10 get you 130. I might do that shit.
I don't think, honestly though, I don't think that the Rams can afford this to happen because Arizona's gonna. You don't want another state to be in flames. The rumor has it that somebody started those flames over in California, and
it's some idiot every time.
So
we dumbass, some fucking hippie flips a cigarette.
Because we got
some guy named Jake.
It probably was a guy named Jake, and it was probably a baby gender reveal. I keep bringing that up. This is a thing that keeps happening. I'll stop bringing it up when it stops happening. That's all I'm saying.
We'll never stop bringing it up.
It's aggressive.
So,
we don't need it.
So that brings up the matchups look like for the upcoming weekend here. We got the Texans going to Kansas City, and the Ravens going to Buffalo, and we got Washington going to Detroit. And the way it stands right now, the Rams will be going to Philadelphia.
Yeah. That makes that Rams game fun. That's going to be a shootout. But there's only one game to talk about in this round, really.
Okay.
And that's Ravens and Bills, man. This is the game that we want to see.
Winner gets
These
the
are the
MVP.
two MVPs candidates, the two highest ones on the list. Because we know the running back won't get it. They hate running backs. Yeah, this is for all the marbles here. Well, they don't do gender reveals in Cali. They let the kids choose. No, hey, Mike. The fire happens, but the people doing the gender reveal are from Oregon. We know that.
Oh gosh.
Hey, man, the Ravens Buffalo is definitely the game of the week.
I'm not gonna be able to go anywhere at some point. I'm just gonna be banned from all states.
That's
I'm only gonna be able to go to Texas. Fuck it.
But yeah, I'm in agreement that Buffalo and Baltimore game, that's gonna be the game of the week. The Rams versus the Eagles, if that stands, that could be pretty good too.
No. I'm pitting it on wax right now. The Eagles defense is gonna fucking have Matthew Stafford in the shamble with his old ass, and it's gonna look kind of crazy. That defense again is gonna struggle here. Philly defense is gonna march them because they're not gonna score many points into the NFC Championship game where they're gonna have to score points because more than likely they're gonna play the Lions.
I think they're gonna be in a shootout. Stafford's gonna probably give up a pick or two, but they're also gonna if there's one place where you can get after that Eagles team, it's down the field. They have a good secondary, but they're a bend but don't break. And I think Stafford's the right guy, but I don't think he's gonna win. So, but also that Texas Chiefs game should be interesting.
And the crazy thing is,
I think we all think the Chiefs are gonna win.
Rams win. If the Rams win this game, can they even go home?
That sucks, right?
They got to travel right to Philly. I would think.
Worse, they're going to live in Arizona for a week. Ugh.
Now, Philly got the number 2 seed anyway, though, right?
No, Philly got the number 2 seed. LA will have to travel down to Philly now. They were supposed to have a home game. This is supposed to be a home game for the Rams.
Yeah.
Right.
So instead of being home and chill for a couple of days and then fly out, you may particularly now have to go home, then fly down to Philly. But I'm thinking they're going to just go to Philly from there. You got to keep business hat on, right?
Yeah, maybe.
In a sense, because
I would say
this is still gonna feel like a home game though. Like LA is not that far from Arizona. Motherfuckers just drove. Like
honestly, yeah. If anything, I would stay right there in Arizona, practice there. If that's what you got to do, and then fly to Philly.
Fly to Philly on like Thursday or Friday, like
right. Just base everything out of Arizona right now.
Because also, you don't want to be in Philly for a couple of days. That's awful. Like, it's cold. The people are terrible. Just.
Yep. That's
Listen here. If Jaden Daniels pulls the upset on the Lions, I would be the happiest person in this group right here. People talking.
You won't. I believe it'll be this guy.
Oh no, he'll be the happiest, but I'm just from the state of the Lions hearing all this Lions shit. No, hell no.
Y'all lucky the freaking Bengals not in the playoffs. I'll be going for them too.
I am fucking ecstatic that they're not in the playoffs this year.
Oh, and yeah, you know what too? About your comment about Joe Harris. So he said he wanted the frosted tips. And so the way he did it was, he was like, it looks stupid if you just, try to dye just the tips. So it was like, I just buzzed it and then I dyed my hair.
And so then when it grows out, the tips will be,
I got the tips.
Yeah. So he's Slim Shady just to make it easier for himself.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he had to sit in that chair for hours and his hair separated for them to do the tips. I have a hairdresser on. I know.
I called him crazy. Hey, crazy, great player.
Yeah, we have a commercial with you saying that.
Crazy great play, but I told you, no man that's doing that type of shit is gonna win a Super Bowl. I'm gonna hold myself still to that standard. No.
Oh, you're welcome, P Dollar. You're welcome. Okay, it's all because of me.
Hey, while you here, thank him, motherfucker. Thank Jake for Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. He went off yesterday.
Yeah, he goes off most days when he's out there.
Yeah, but it's all because of JD5, though. That's all.
He's had a great career before.
He really did, though. Will's not lying.
He's been playing good. The only thing he could never get up higher is the scoring because quarterbacks.
Don't discount that dude's performance like that, Dale.
Hey,
what's that?
Don't discount Scary Terry's performance like that. It wasn't just because get that man his flowers.
Yeah, ignore Dale.
That man been good.
And one more note on Jaden.
Coach Diddy ignored Dale like the rest of us.
And one more thing on Jaden.
I'm starting to find that out.
He's playing another mid QB.
Who is?
Hey, and you know what? Hey, I'm glad you guys gave Scary his flowers, but there was another Ohio State wide receiver that did pretty damn good
Samuel
yesterday.
made a play.
Curtis, no, he had almost 100 yards, I think, if not 100.
I'm glad he showed up once this year.
Shut up.
Hey, look, he showed up in the right game. That's fine. We'll take it.
He was great. He was great at Washington too.
Yeah.
D. Brown had a great game. They got all those
never been in the
names have to have a great game against the Lions.
That's right. But it all because of JD5. So, let's get to Hard Knocks. Some of the most interesting things on Hard Knocks this week. This was the last game, of course, of the season. You saw guys going for the division to actually win. Now, Toot brought this up earlier, and I didn't know it was in reference to Hard Knocks, but Mark Andrews is a type 1 diabetic, and he got to constantly check his blood sugar. He pretty much checks it every drive.
I told y'all that. You don't give Toot my credit.
I thought it was Toot that said that.
I said that in the chat.
All right, I'm sorry. Well, not Toot. It was Will that said it.
All right, Will did something right for once. We see.
There you go.
I do it all right.
But the most interesting thing that happened on Hard Knocks is them talking about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was consecutive, has like the most consecutive sacks in the consecutive seasons or whatever it is, right? He's the only player to do this in the NFL history, right? And so the defense coordinator went and Googled Myles Garrett and the number 14. That's the number of consecutive seasons he had 14. I'm sorry, that's the number of sacks he had consecutively throughout his seasons, right? And so this picture showed up with him as a 14-year-old. And you're looking at him like, whoa, this dude was this big at 14?
No. I looked at it like,
he's
why
a man
is this grown man picking on kids? This is abuse.
Yes, but then the picture on the right, Myles Garrett was like, yeah, man, that's my starting center. That's the offensive tackle. That's the guard right there.
Team? What are we doing?
I'm like, what?
This is Pop Warner ball. He's
My
playing.
man's naturally gifted. My man's naturally gifted. Look at these fucking muscles, dude. Look at that.
Specimen. Carved out of marble.
And that's a point in time in his life he couldn't see until he got those glasses. So shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Man was out there with all the athleticism, couldn't see shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
He said, God gave me everything but a good set of eyes.
My man probably got the best eye contact contract in the league, man. Listen here. He's a monster. That's crazy.
I bet you he was in the mirror like, all of this and I can't even see myself. That's a cruel trick, God. It's a cruel trick.
Well, yeah, man, that was really, really interesting, bro. Hard Knocks. I hope we get one more episode. I don't know. I'll let you know for sure by next week.
Throwing out lies, huh? Sorry.
So,
Jake, you're lying.
All right. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we will be talking college football playoffs. So stick with us.
OH.
This is Sheriff Cooter Wilmot of the Boudreaux Parish Sheriff Gas Station Beer, Bait, Barbecue, Barbershop, Laundromat Department. Remember our motto in Boudreaux Parish: we will find you and we will tase you.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
That's right. The play call sheet is back. We are talking college football playoffs.
Hold on. I gotta.
Okay.
All right, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Never mind. We'll do it.
You just had to get that in, didn't you, Will? You just had to text me that.
Oh yeah, of course. But no, because I think we're moving away from football from NFL, right? It's college for the rest of this.
Yes.
Bring it in.
All right, so I just wanted to discuss one thing that was current thing that was going on all week, talking about the MVP award.
All right.
I got a singular stat as to why Barkley can't win the MVP.
Okay.
Okay.
Running back.
The running back. No. But that's the obvious. But
all right.
Let's say that we could remove that, and then anybody could actually win it. He still can't win it over these two guys because, if you only counted yards before contact, he was the fourth leading rusher in the league. Oh, if you only count yards before contact, meaning this man was the fourth leading rusher in the league without being touched. That's how good that line is and team is. So you can't give that guy the MVP. He's great, but you can't give him the MVP for that. Give the line the MVP. You can't give it to him.
Yeah, I'm saying,
and you couldn't give it to him for that backwards hurdle, though. I'd give it to him for just that. That's me.
Gotcha.
All right, sorry.
All right. College football. Notre Dame beat Penn State 27-24. And now Notre Dame gets to go to the championship game. This is going to be the first African-American head coach in a championship game of college football. So congratulations to Marcus Freeman for sure. But let's start with the Penn State side of things, because the big thing has always been that Franklin can't make it. He can't win a big game. Is it still true?
Yeah, that fucking team's cursed, and they should be.
Okay.
Touching little boys' booty holes.
I thought he put together a hell of a team this year, for real.
No, they had a hell of a team. They had a hell of a
Clapping
sounds. They had a hell of a
Clapping
run.
sounds.
My thing I took from this game is you was not going to win this type of game.
The locker room.
When you're not giving the rock to the receivers, not one time.
Okay.
Not one time.
Well, their leading receiver was the tight end all year.
Yeah, then his ass. I think his ass was off for the rest of the game. You seen that shot he took on the sidelines when he caught the ball and then he went out of bounds? You see he had a concussion. I don't care what nobody's saying. You seen his eyes roll back.
Mm-hmm.
The tight end
said good night.
all that usage. Come on, bro. You got receivers there, and the tight end's getting all that usage, bro.
Yeah, Drew Allard, I believe he cost himself a lot of money in that game. Yeah.
I don't think he cost himself money. I mean, I guess you could say I guess it works both ways. I think more if he had won it, he would have gained himself a lot of money. But like, I just don't know if Drew Allard was gonna get a big contract. I don't think anybody is saying like, "Yo, Drew's the guy." Like, no.
Yeah.
Marcus is the first Korean coach in that championship game as well.
There you go. I like it.
He's black knees.
He's
black knees.
Black knees.
That's cool.
Blasian. He's a Blasian.
Black knees.
So what do we think about Notre Dame here as a team? I mean, look, I think Will, you pointed out during the SEC pub that the team kind of goes as Riley Leonard goes.
Yeah, and that's Riley Leonard's pissing me off because he's kind of making me want to root for them because I really like Riley Leonard. I cannot stand this team, and I rock with Freeman too. So shout out to them for winning the game. Black Korean, You can't.
Yeah.
I'm about to say we can't be saying that, but you're the one guy who can say that actually.
The jerseys, man,
good.
what sold me, man. What sold me to this team. And potentially I put my money in before the first game. $20, man. You know, it's a plus.
Of course, somebody won the money.
Plus
He's a fan, they win the money.
You know what I'm saying? So this game gonna ring up. Notre Dame women, but the names on the jerseys to me, dog, it kind of sparked me, man. It kind of gave me a theory that this team could win. I'm watching Rudy, right? If nobody's seen Rudy, you're watching Rudy right now, you're gonna end it with them busting Ohio State up and winning the national championship. That's what we're gonna see. Because
go watch you a movie based off of lies.
Yeah, I know Montana ain't watching that movie. He hates Rudy.
Joe Montana goes off every time you talk about that movie.
He hates Rudy. It's crazy. He didn't even play. Like, all right, like chill out, Joe.
Yeah, but
not so cool, Joe, huh? Like
down early, and I want to give a shout out on the show because I like to give people shout outs that I know and I might like or I love. Shout out to my man Timmy Donahue, man. My man's been a Notre Dame fan since like a diaper man.
Yeah.
And he got to watch Notre Dame. If they don't win the national championship, he's probably gonna be there too. The most important game of his life to be at, and he was there front and center. And the guy from Boston shouted him out on his page. Come on, dog.
Dave Portnoy
and Sean.
Dave Portnoy.
Yes.
Oh man, Darnold is seeing ghosts now. He's skipping passes. It's crazy.
Belichick's in studio with the Manicast.
I'm on the wrong channel. Son of a bitch.
I didn't know they had a Manicast tonight. Okay.
They got a Manicast tonight. Yeah, I believe they do.
Pulling it up.
It's not Sam's fault, dog. We know who Sam was before he got here. He had a magical
A
season.
bum.
He had a magical season, man.
He's still overproduced for sure.
He's going to be a starter for somebody next year.
He still earned himself 12 to 15
Yeah,
million.
someone's going to Kirk Cousins overpay a trash.
No. There's a difference, man. When you know who you're paying, they know who they're paying. The Falcons thought that Kirk Cousins was a generational talent.
No, they thought he was the same.
They thought he was the same.
Are you? What is this? What do you?
Oh, he's happy.
Perform. Can we stop calling underperforming quarterbacks trash?
No.
No.
The quest did not go. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, keep that same energy, coach. Keep that energy.
You know what? I'm gonna stop football with you.
Because Ohio State beat Texas 28-14.
Damn, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Yeah, you slipped in the room and got pelted up. That's crazy.
I'm gonna start with this here. Because I've been over 3 years on this show. I ain't never seen Coach get mad at me until that night.
It's funny. I read that whole conversation.
The way I came and everybody, the way I came into the chat was so I forgot that Coach was a Texas fan because I was just thinking about myself.
Yeah, the guy in Texas, not a Texas fan. That's hilarious.
I had Texas for a field goal at plus 5,000, which they were in position to kick a field goal and stretch the game, and the motherfucker throws a pick six. Got it, dog. I was heated as hell, man. Bad way to go out. Ohio State dominated from start to finish pretty much. Texas had a little sense where they, thought they could take the game over, and it didn't happen, man. Ohio State are all cylinders. They ain't playing no game. Similar to the last time, I think these two teams.
I thought it was pretty competitive.
Tie game going into the fourth.
Yeah.
Tie game going into the fourth.
It was a good game. It was
a good game.
Nah, to me, the writing was already on the wall. We was just waiting for. I was waiting. See, because I was in this sense all season with the U.S. Archie Manning debate in my head, so I never wanted to see U.S. succeed because I wanted to see Archie.
And then Archie came in and fumbled immediately.
Did he really? I missed that.
Yeah, he came in.
He fumbled, but they said it was down.
They said he was down. He fumbled that shit.
Hold on, when did he come in the game?
He came in on a run.
No,
That's
during the
only thing
game?
they know how to use it for.
Yeah.
On the fourth down, yeah.
They do my man like that, dog.
That's what he's there for. That's what they used to do to Tebow.
Somebody go to ESPN and look and see what they talk about with Deion Sanders and the Cowboys.
Oh, I know what this is. This should be him talking about how he really wants to coach the Raiders, which we knew was going to come probably.
Okay.
If I believe, but I'll search it anyway, just to make sure that I'm not. Full of shit.
They talk. So Jerry Jones talked to Deion Sanders about the Cowboys job. In the stages of the Mike McCarthy situation, a source and owner says Sanders and Jones spoke Monday. While an interview has not been scheduled, the two are expected to continue their dialogue. So we'll see what happens this week.
So are they going to draft Shiloh?
You got to draft one of his sons. You definitely Deion like you got to draft one of my sons, Jerry.
No, hey, y'all got it all wrong. Look, they want to draft Shador. No one's gonna draft Shiloh. What are you talking about? He gonna walk on to some team.
Hold on.
Wherever his family.
Deion might be the last charm Jerry got left, man. You might want to let Deion swindle. This might be the start of the turn for the Dallas Cowboys. Deion might have control, baby.
Without his brother and his father, Shiloh going to the CFL.
Hey, hold up. I just noticed something.
Hold on, go ahead, Jake.
You guys didn't even give the winner a chance to talk.
No.
You're breaking up.
I didn't give him a chance to talk about his winning team winning.
He does deserve it. We all get to run our mouths when we win.
We're getting back. We're getting back to the game, Jake. I promise.
Oh, all right.
He actually, you know what? No, you're right too. He doesn't deserve it. He don't get to talk because all he said was he don't care. We didn't beat Michigan.
No.
Yes,
I'm still excited.
But what I tell you, he was gonna be no. But what I tell you, what was gonna happen when they won? He was gonna come on the show on Monday, and the segment comes up.
Suddenly, he's ready for the show.
All right. Well, Jake, go ahead and take it away. What do you think about Ohio
Let
State win this game here?
I think that Notre Dame my bad. The game itself was a tough contest. Jack Sawyer proved that he can go in the first round.
Freaking Jack Sawyer, bro. That dude going number one.
Jack Sawyer is officially.
Hey, you ain't finished. You ain't finished. Figure it out. He's dropping the ball. The coalition will not be happy. Sorry, Jake.
I don't know.
No, you're going robot land again, Jake.
WP's got him.
Get out the robot land.
Yeah, the WP's got him. Can't hear him.
Wait, you can't? I'm not coming through good?
Nah, you sound like Alfie.
Sound like a speaking spell.
You say,
hold up.
Right in the comment thread.
You sound like Wally.
Sound like he on cricket.
Do I sound any better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sound any better now?
Continue.
Okay. So
Wally.
I got nothing against Quinn Ewers. I think he had a pretty good game, and he only threw one pick, and it was in garbage time. But at the same time, he didn't have a deer in the headlights moment. It's just he got stuck against the best defense in the country, and they couldn't run. They had a running game, and they should have stuck to it.
Okay.
But nonetheless, we won by 14. Ohio State has had problems in the past with running quarterbacks, but they've seemingly figured it out, and they did well against Dylan Gabriel. If they play that way, Notre Dame's going to have a really hard time. Other than that, good game, Coach.
All right.
I will say, for the mobile quarterbacks they face, Riley's different than those guys, though. He's better at it, honestly.
And the thing is, this game's really ironic, though, because Riley Leonard was the big triple point get that Ohio State really wanted
Wally.
to do. And when they couldn't get him, they were stuck with Will Howard afterwards.
Okay. All
And
right, Coach.
And Riley Leonard going to bust Will Howard's ass on the 20th on Martin Luther King Day. You heard?
Two, you're just a hater. You're just a hater, too.
Two white men for the brothers.
Ain't the 20th inauguration day, too?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, they gave us the white-black special. Oh, listen here. On Oreo Day, Lincoln Riley is going to do what they did to the Cold Crush, baby. You heard?
Said they gave us the Dixie cup. They gave us the vanilla chocolate. They gave us.
All right, Coach. Talk to me about Texas and especially good old Ewers, who you should not be upset with, right, Coach? It's just like you said, right?
Y'all better check his basement.
I say don't call him trash. I can be upset and pissed off, which I am.
Okay. All right. Cool. Don't call him trash though, Coach. Go ahead.
So here's my thing. When I called the game, obviously I went with my team, and it was going to come down to his play, and it's exactly what it came down to. I'll sprinkle in the fact of Sark dropped the ball on this one as well. Mm-hmm. Goal on the one all season long. You brought in. If you're going to do that, you need to bring in your quarterback that's more emotional, so you have a dual threat. And he just shit the bed.
I just don't get why they ran that pitch when they did.
That was the most call ever, and he ran it on the short side of the field.
Yeah, weird. The short side pitch is crazy.
They were on like the 2-yard line and ended up back at the 6, and the very next play was the strip sack touchdown.
Say again.
I said they did that, lost 5 yards on that play, and then the very next play was the strip fumble touchdown by Sawyer. It was.
Do you think they were worried about putting Manning back in the game with that temperature of the game when he already fumbled, basically, even though he didn't lose it or they didn't count it? I wonder if he was worried about that.
Perhaps, but I think then they do. That thing they did a couple of times when they played Georgia.
Yeah, you gotta do. You gotta stick with. You gotta dance with who brought you there. You gotta do the things that you did to get you there.
All right.
And you can't suddenly start running weak side sweeps. What are we doing?
I'm gonna make Jack happy a little bit tonight. You know what I'm saying? I know that he's mad that I picked Notre Dame already to win, but I'm gonna make you happy, Jake, by saying that the Big Ten is the best conference for football. Fuck
That's my dog right there. That's my dog right there. Thank you.
Fuck the SEC. Overrated motherfucker. Overrated motherfucker. LSU. Overrated. Got money on trees. Florida. We ain't even in the picture. I like Florida. Shout out to Florida. Texas. Overrated trees. Alabama. Overrated trees. Mississippi State. All the motherfuckers overrated. Big Ten, baby.
All right.
So I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this too. How can it be overrated? Have we forgot? They just made back-to-back semifinals in 2 years. Done that because Vince Young was there.
You know what's crazy? I would buy that, but y'all overhype yourselves. Not you, coach, but the fan base. So I can't even fuck that semifinal shit. It's title or bust in Texas, like it with the Cowboys. Title or bust. And y'all play like the Dallas Cowboys, dog.
And also, you don't have a fully true SEC team in that semifinal either, because I don't even count Texas till next year.
No, I count them. They've been recruiting for 3 years.
They play the schedule.
Their best.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Lawrence Manning era has started.
This is why the 12-man. This is why a 12-team playoff was the best thing to do here, because we find out the real flaws in motherfuckers on wax, and that's what we see.
That's not what we're seeing, but okay.
I like it. Yeah, because
we're not seeing that because of playoff. We're seeing that because the league is evening out now.
The draw has been.
We get to see matchups that we may have not seen.
Yeah.
And different things can happen.
Yeah.
This is why I feel like college football has been so rigged for all these years. Just having 4 teams play, or at one time it was 2.
Yeah. So, I agree. So what? One thing I noticed here, Coach, is that with Texas is on offense, like the receivers are kind of missing. Every big play in the pass game was from one of the running backs, and it's usually a wheel route.
So I think Golden was a little shaken up early in the game. Isaiah Bond had just come back. It's his first game back. So your two biggest weapons at receiver are both dealing with injuries within this game technically, and then it still is yours. Like it's he gotta make the plays, and he wasn't making the plays.
See, Will knows because we've a lot of Texas games. He knows the ills of of yours.
Yeah, for sure.
They're there.
You know what?
Trust me, they are there.
I totally understand where Lewis was coming from. I don't get why Texas's receivers kept jumping for the ball when they didn't need to.
Yeah, just nerves. I'm guessing, just nerves.
Hey.
I'm saying.
And then
did we think Will Howard had an okay game?
Huh?
Did we think Will Howard had an okay game? Because
I think he had a pretty
much mirror each other.
I think Will Howard had a good game considering they definitely did the thing that I didn't think was possible. They kind of took Jeremiah out of this game.
I told you.
They were able to do it. They were able to do it.
Put the shit on that secondary.
And then who stepped up in the place of Jeremiah Smith? Will, the run game.
Yeah,
Henderson and Judkins ran that offense all day.
I mean, look, they have. That's one thing that I knew Texas. You could run on them because my Gators in a blowout still was able to run on them.
They only rushed 81 yards. It wasn't that really. They showed up in the passing game with Henderson getting that one catch for 75 yards and touchdown.
Come on.
That play was crazy too.
That one with 2 broken plays. The big play, the 75-yard scamper, and then the strip sack. That's how the game was lost.
That's the 2 touchdowns y'all basically lost by, and everything else was a pretty good game. It was 2 players that they didn't contain.
Yeah,
and that was it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't see the incredibly bad game that Will and Coach see out of yours. Because
it's about timing though. I'm not saying it's in the again. You love to throw up the stats at the end of the game, but I'm saying in the flow of the game, he wasn't hitting big plays that they needed.
It wasn't. It's like
they weren't.
It's more like you into this game with Ewers, and you're like, shit. I wish we would have entered the game with somebody else.
No, that's just you. I mean, you're always saying this about these 2 guys, and you won't ever let it go. So it's always your agenda.
No. In general, no. I'm talking about in like general. Even if Archie wasn't there, like the way he performed,
because they don't trust Ewers. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they don't trust him. Nah.
They would have
rather won 2 than Ewers.
The Ohio State defense didn't really give him an opportunity to. But the thing was, that until the 4th quarter, the offense wasn't rolling, but it was over and over again making their way down the field.
The offense almost scored 50 points against fucking Oregon. You knew the offense was going to be a little scared.
I thought you talking about Texas there. I don't know. Was you talking about Texas or?
I was talking about Texas. I was talking about Texas being able to make it down the field because they made drives down the field. But I do think and that's what I'm saying. So I'm kind of with Coach. I think Sark might have self-sabotaged a little bit too.
I don't think he did it on purpose, but yeah, I mean, he just
not on purpose. No, not on purpose at all. But I think one of those moments too big at the moment.
Act like McCarthy.
He got you too.
I actually hope that when they stood up in that locker room, head coach and the DC apologized to the team because on that at the end of the game on the goal line stand, and then to the halftime, the defense coordinator fell asleep.
You can't let that like that. When they scored before the half, I was like, that's a game right there. I really did not believe. Like, I knew you have a good enough team to bounce back, stuff like that, but I was like, yo, that's a brutal play. You can't have that. The best teams in football score in the last 2 minutes of the half in the game, and you can't allow that to happen.
And the thing was, Texas had just did that and swung the momentum. You gave Ohio State 7 seconds. They run a screen play, and Henderson was right down the field. It was up craziness.
That is like one of the most unforgivable plays from a defense I've seen in a long time. That can't happen. It can't. I don't care if you think they're going to take a knee. Prevent. I don't care. Prevent with nothing but great tacklers out there, but that can't happen. Just can't.
Oh, man. Interesting fact going into this national championship game. Indiana's only 2 losses came to Ohio State and Notre Dame.
I'd also like to say
on the road too.
On the road,
also known as the only 2 teams they played.
I'd also like to throw out there real quick that Ohio State and Notre Dame have played 6 times. Notre Dame's never beat Ohio State.
Well, guess what? Lucky number 7, baby. Lucky number 7, Jake.
Hey, I'm just throwing out a fact. I'm not making any claims, and it's a championship game. I'm not picking a team to win.
I got 10 on it.
First and goal from the 1, and somehow you give up a sack, a fumble, scoop, and score. Texas really choked. Yeah, that's rough.
Yep, to the future number 1 pick overall, according to Dale, Jack Sawyer, Ohio State legend. That man's gonna have a statue. That man's gonna have a statue.
That's who he would draft if he was drafting number 1, which he will never do because his team doesn't know how to tank. Look, and then even if they did, he'd pick the wrong guy.
Hey, Will, I'm telling you right now, if the Saints pick Jack Sawyer in the 1st round, that'd be as bad as the Davenport pick.
Davenport. That pick so bad I don't remember who that is.
Yeah, exactly. That's Sean Payton's pick. He picked this guy named Davenport over Lamar Jackson, but Sean Payton's a genius. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He had a quarterback.
One for Sean Payton. Y'all still be empty in the trophy room.
Sean Payton's a genius. There you go. All
He
right.
rebuilt your fucking state. What are you talking about?
So there we go.
This motherfucker's housed there because of him. What do you mean?
We're gonna be talking about the national championship game coming up soon, and that is sponsored by the SEC Pub. I am sick of being a meme. All right. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. All right.
Boy.
So right here, we're on the damn white couch. All right, we got FSU, UCLA, USC, FSU, and Mississippi State all standing behind us, getting ready to pounce on us on
Going
the white
to work.
couch. Yes.
Blowing our
All right.
backs.
Now, if you didn't know, LSU has lost the last 5 openers. Yes. Lost the last 5 openers. All right. And that's what that meme represents. I'm sick of being a meme.
Watch the SEC Pub Wednesdays after the Parlay Perspective on BS and Beer Media or STWF TV.
Busting up your backside.
Right.
Coach had the
watch
best
us.
verses in that entire sequence.
Yeah. Also, why does the FSU guy look like Michael Jai White? I just wanted to know. He looks exactly like him. It's fucking twin.
Going to work. Blowing our
Go to
backs.
work. Busting out your backside. Shout out to Pimp C.
All right. In the national championship game, we're going to have Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Jake, how do you feel about your chances with Will Howard at quarterback going up against this Notre Dame defense?
I'm confident because I thought that the best defense that we would have played, we've already played. I think that they've got decent DBs, but we have too many wideouts that can make too many things, and if the wideouts aren't doing their jobs, we have 2 outstanding running backs that can take up for them. So, I mean, we're dangerous on both sides of the ball. Good luck.
Okay. Anybody see Notre Dame having a shot here versus Ohio
Make
State?
Notre Dame great again. Make national football great again. Notre Dame will win the national championship. College football will be great again because not only this 12-team playoff, but because the Irish won. I want the Irish win for not only my guy Timmy, but for the world. We don't want Ohio State to win the national championship. We rather want Michigan win it than Ohio State. You know what I'm saying?
They did that already. They did that already and beat them.
We can't have Michigan winning and Ohio State winning the next year. That's sour.
Didn't you literally just talk about Big Ten supremacy? That's literally
No.
Yeah, he did.
That would be a multiple point, though.
Look at this man. He's backing up.
Don't let him get you. I keep telling y'all.
Oh, don't let who get who?
You with your fake support of the Big Ten.
No. It's fake support, but they've been good.
He's playing him.
They've been good this year. That doesn't mean I want them to win. That doesn't mean I want Ohio State to win.
You just
It's
trolling
still the
out
best
here. I love
conference.
it.
I don't want them to win.
The only thing worse than trolling is pretending it's real. You gaslighting too.
We can't. I'm gonna wear my Michigan. I got a Michigan beats everybody. I'm gonna wear that shit during the national championship, even though they're not playing Michigan.
Get a Brady jersey. That'll really hurt his feelings.
Well, that national championship game is going to be on Inauguration Day at 6:30 Eastern, looks like. So, yeah.
Listen here. All right. Put it like this: it's Martin Luther King Day. Trump gets sworn in. We need homie from Notre Dame to win the national championship, so we can feel like it's an even night for us.
27-3. Wow.
27-3 Rams.
Imagine winning 14 games and get into your first round game and getting your shit kicked.
Hold on, and I want to say something. This is for fucking Sean, who was talking all this shit all season because it's like.
oh no, we gonna get him tomorrow. No, we gonna get him tomorrow.
Bring your ass, man.
Yeah, we gonna get him tomorrow.
Tag that man. Tag that man in this chat right now.
Yeah, tag that. I'm about to post it in the chat and I'm tagging. Yeah, I'm tagging. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Tag his Bret Hart looking ass.
What is he saying?
Oh, he's
a Minnesota fan.
He's a bandwagon Minnesota fan. Minnesota is popping this year.
He's a grubby little Canadian fucking Vikings fan. I assume because they have snow too, he's a weirdo.
Yeah. Up until this time, he acted like he was a husband, and Minnesota was already getting that work put on him.
Yeah, he's not.
He was a Cup fan.
You know
All right,
what?
Minnesota just scored a touchdown.
You know what? I'm gonna tag him
Hockenson.
too.
Hockenson just
Okay.
scored
Okay, Minnesota about to make the
26-yard
comeback, dog.
touchdown.
Sean, game still fucking over. Sean's probably like, word, there's still hope. There's still hope.
Oh, I'm so stupid. What did I just do?
Which college national championship has
You gotta
the
copy
most
too much
losses?
shit. Hold on.
Yeah, is that? I think you try to word that. Do you get that?
I think he's saying which team had the most losses that won the championship.
Okay. That makes that.
I believe it was the Giants.
No, I think he's talking about college.
College football.
Oh, my bad. Then I got no clue.
He said,
I think LSU won the championship with 2 losses. Maybe that's the one.
Y'all should check that shit that I just posted in the room. It's ridiculous. Nothing to do with this. Sorry.
You got the answer, Pete Dollar?
Will's out here
You can't throw out
derailing.
trivia and have the answer.
My job is to derail.
Yeah, the answer.
Yeah, that's how Modest Bukakis was born.
Yeah, I derail. That's my number one goal for all podcasts, to derail the show.
Probably some 3-loss Nebraska team from Mike.
Probably. That makes sense. Nebraska.
Why I got to be Nebraska? I don't understand.
Nebraska was dominant at that time and fucking losing and still making the national championship back in the day. Oh, I'm asking the sports schools. Yeah, you're asking us.
You're the wrong show.
Yeah, definitely the wrong show.
Wrong show.
No, we're gonna figure that out. Big gurus over here. We're gonna find
All right,
that shit out.
let's do some shout outs here, fellas.
Oh, we're done? Ew.
Yes.
All right. It was like,
Yes.
get me away from these fucking people.
Be sure you watch the SEC Pub on Wednesday.
I feel like he just came here to boost his own podcast, honestly.
That's right. That's right.
I
Here we go.
I believe that too if he didn't do so much damn work for our podcast. Hold on. I'm trying to
find that.
It should be pretty quick.
I'm paging a bird, and that bird's name is Sleever.
Sleeve ain't coming in here. He don't
I
want
tagged
come
him
in.
already.
He don't want to come in here.
I tagged him too. Everybody in the show is fucking. Where you
He
at?
don't want the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Can't end until the Vikings lose.
I
This
seen
is
you
over.
over
What
here.
you mean?
I seen him
It's
over
already
there
over.
getting bumped. He was getting bumpy good this morning, huh? Oh, we got you, dog.
P
Yeah,
Dollar,
what
the fat
that
lady's
dude saying about his team?
Huh?
What that dude saying about the Packers?
Oh no, he ain't saying nothing.
Okay.
He ain't saying nothing.
I don't know. I'm blocked. I couldn't tell you I'm blocked. I've been blocked for years.
Sean,
I feel like.
Sean was going back and forth this morning, which is common in his own, if you know the history. Yeah, but now both of their teams are along with the Dallas Cowboys and the Saints and the Patriots, Cabo and the Bengals. You know, because Jake got 2 teams. Yeah.
Hey, what's the difference between Tony Hawk doing the vert ramp and J-Lo? What's that?
Don't be fooled by the roster that I got. I don't know.
You just start dropping bars. He'll give us the answer. He's hilarious. We gotta wait for the mic joke. He likes to end the show with a joke. I don't.
They like to slide on different men or some shit. Oh,
Tony Hawk's trick was a cunning stunt, and then she was a stunning cunt. I got it.
No. We no.
I know Sean's a cool dude, but he doesn't shut up.
The only reason why that Canadian's on American soil is because of me. You know what I'm saying? Sean, my guy. I like Sean. But we had to lower this Vikings talk a little bit. He just needed to be taken. He needed to be taken down a few bucks. That's all. He just, you know what I'm saying. He was riding too high. He was riding too high for a guy who's not really a fan when they're not good. Because like all last year and the year before, all he would ever say is, "Oh, yeah, no, my Vikings, they're gonna win a bunch of games and then lose and they suck." And now suddenly he's a big fan, and I'm like,
he's like, a big fan coming in trying to put his nuts on everybody's table.
Yeah. Well, we got hammers, bro.
Ashland, we need the best comment post after the Vikings game if the Vikings lose. We need the best one.
Mike, you a fool for that. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to you fellas. Great show, Dale. Yeah, shout out to the. Oh my God, what am I seeing? They put mullets on the Mannings. That's awful. Yeah, shout out to you folks. Appreciate my team. It's fun.
Let's see from the chat. We had Bobby in here, P Dollar, Mike.
I mean, yeah, it's been so long, P Dollar. It's pretty much your whole life.
I
think that is everybody.
I think we found our answer. I think we found our answer. Our answer is the 2008 LSU football team won with 2 losses.
There we go. I said that earlier. There we go.
Of course it was you,
should believe me and just took it.
No, I believe I had to double
Dale ain't no one taking it.
Like, maybe it's Nebraska. But shout out to Dale, the guru. The guru. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good.
Hey, shout out to you guys. Great show. Shout out to the boys in Scarlet and Gray. Let's go win us a championship.
All right.
H.O.
H.O.
Shout out to the plug, man. Shout out to the plug, man, all day.
Hey, yo, Jake, they were giving AJ Hawk shit because they would start it OH and then he didn't do it and they flipped out on him on the McAfee show.
He's still banging. Right. He's still banging. What's that? Brady Quinn's.
Yeah, backstage.
Sister.
Backstage.
Wait, what?
So Ohio. I think it was either Ohio State and Notre Dame. I think they played like a bowl game one year, and I think AJ Hawk was messing with the QB's sister or something like that.
Was it Brady Quinn?
I think. I think they was playing Notre Dame. I always thought it was Texas for some reason to quote McCoy.
It was either Brady Quinn or Clausen.
I think it was Brady Quinn.
I'll let it be Jimmy Clausen. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, it was Brady Quinn that season because they should have made the national championship.
I don't understand
why. They lost to USC on that bullshit ass fucking touchdown at the goal line.
What'd you say, Will?
People hate Jimmy. I don't understand why.
He took Tony Pike's spot.
Tony Pike sucks.
Nah,
Tony Pike was a G.
I hate Jimmy Clausen after he tried to tell my man Cam Newton he wanted like 10 million for his jersey number or some shit.
For the number he always wore.
Listen, the man's a businessman. He's trying to get paid. The hell are you talking about?
No. My man knew that was in his career. He was trying to cash out.
Exactly.
Hey, either way, get the bag. That's all we ever say.
That's right. He's just trying to take care of his family.
Man, you play to win the game.
He must be doing like college football talk on some station, I believe.
He also knew the contract he was about to get and was like, you can afford this shit.
Right,
like,
exactly. Look, you can afford this. How bad you want this number?
And then we find out later that Cam is actually really a frugal type guy, fiscally responsible. It's like, he didn't want to pay it, so you didn't want the number that bad enough. Move on.
That's all it is. Yeah, true. Make your money, bro. Make your money.
But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Great show.
All right, y'all. We will see y'all again next week.
I'll do this once for the sign off. Once.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready for the sign off.
Go ahead and hit it.
OH!
Oh!
Let's go.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.